We are live. Welcome to another episode of 90 Miles from Comics. As always, I am your host, and I am happy to announce to you, the people, that today's episode is sponsored by Secret Society Comics in Sunrise, Florida, and Gauntlet Comics in North Miami, Florida. Those guys are awesome. I was able to hit up Secret Society Comics today. They're owned by the same guy. There's two different names. Mike, super cool dude. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Talked it out. Donated some books to give away today on the show. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that because we're going to talk about what was donated by the new sponsor of the show, Secret Society Comics and Gauntlet Comics here down in South Florida. So we're giving away some books. You guys want to stay tuned for that. But most importantly, let me get to the awesome guests and co-hosts that I have with me. As always, the captain of the Funk Ship Troopers, Javi. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? Another Wednesday. Glad to hear these awesome news, and to make sure everyone who's in the chat just stick around to the end of the show, or somewhere during the middle of the show. We're going to be giving out the details, the rules, if you will, of how you can score some free books just by watching.
Two books that were donated today, and I guess you can say two spec books in a sense that came out today, and I'm super excited about that. And once again, I'm super excited to be teaming up with Secret Society Comics in Sunrise and Gauntlet Comics in North Miami. But before we get to that awesome giveaway later, Javi, let us shoot it over to the newest member of the crew, D-Hide. What's going on, D-Hide?
Hey, not a whole lot. Wednesday, comic day, doing what we do. It was a big week this week versus the minuscule week last week. And I don't know if that's a good thing, but yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was a little bigger this week. My pull was a little bigger this week, you can say. I did do some extra hunting today. I went all over South Florida with Hialeah Comic, bro. Shout out to Raul. I don't know if he's in the chat yet, but he took me to these awesome stores, and it just so happens one of the stores struck up the awesome donation and sponsorship of my channel. So super excited about that. You're probably going to hear me talk about this for the rest of the night, guys, just because of the excitement of it. So if you guys can, go check out Secret Society Comics on IG. That's on Instagram. It's Secret Society Comics straight through, no spaces, no capitals. Follow them. They got great books at great prices. And I almost don't want to promote it because it's like my own little honey hole, but it's too good of a place not to promote because no joke, books that would be normally on walls in stores were in their back issue bins. I'm talking about first appearances, first, cameos, first fulls, like books that people like X-Men titles and X-Men books that people look out for. So you definitely want to go check them out if you're ever down here in South Florida. Sunrise, Florida, Secret Society Comics. Make sure you go check that out. All right, guys. So new comic book day. We're all super excited about that. I'm excited to talk about what we read last week and then what we picked up today. So do we want to start off anywhere in particular?
Yeah, I think we were going to go with one of the new Batman titles that came out last week.
Right. We're going to do Batman and the Outsiders.
All right. Yeah. Before we do that, Hyde, if you don't mind me, we got some awesome people joining us in the chat, and I just got to shout them out real quick. Yo, bro, JB from Discovery Bay Comics in the building. What's going on, man? We got one of my moderators in the chat as well, John's Comics with Kids. You can actually find me with him later on his channel, and we're talking Old Man Saga, and you want to be there for that because we're going over Old Man Logan, we're going over Old Man Hawkeye, and we're reviewing up to date, even issue 5, which came out today, of Old Man Quill. So definitely want to make sure you go check us out there. He says he's going to see too much of me tonight. Yeah, you will. You will, John. We also have Mr. Gretzky in the building. Count Von Strange. What's going on? We have, of course, you, Javi, in the chat. We have D-Hide in the chat. We got JD. Yeah. What's going on, JD? That is awesome. Thank you for joining us. So thank you. You fine people for joining us in the chat on this beautiful beautiful new comic book day, and happy new comic book day to everybody. So, Hyde, Batman and the Outsiders, issue 1. How was it?
It was overall pretty good. Like, to be completely honest, I am completely lost with what's been going on in Batman and the Bat family as of late. So I just saw a title by Brian Hill, a new issue 1, Batman and the Outsiders, strange team of Batman, Duke, the Signal. I just like calling him Duke. Black Lightning, Katana, and Orphan, I believe. Cassandra, who I don't know much about.
That's my bad. Black Lightning's on the team?
Yeah, Black Lightning's there. Batman wants him to be the leader of the team for for some reason or another. That's awesome. And yeah, it starts off with a father and her daughter in a car driving around. She's listening to her beats. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do so well on the camera part of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on you for a moment as you're talking about it. You know?
Yeah. All right. But so yeah, straight up, they're just talking in the car. He's like, "Oh, you know, I won't tell you how to grieve because her mother just passed, but you know, you got to be happy." And then car crash because some dude just knocks the car out of the street, and he's obviously trying to just murk her dad, as he does by strangling him, and lasers coming out of his eyes right now. Don't know why, but he's just getting at him. And he's trying to remind her who she is because apparently she's somebody. So he tosses her right off of a bridge into a gas truck, blows her up, and she runs out unscathed. So she's special. And I like it. I know everything I'm saying sounds like it's dripping with sarcasm, but that's just how I like things. So, yeah, so then it cuts to the new Outsiders team going up against some guy who calls himself St. John. He shot up 3 churches in a week. He calls it his Trinity of Violence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's kind of heavy. Just thrown in there. And he looks like a weird juggernaut with a Gatling gun there, as you could see.
Yeah.
Just a weird look. And yeah, it's a very strange thing.
And this is happening in Gotham, or?
Yeah, that's in Gotham.
Yeah.
And luckily they don't give him any dialogue because that'd just be crazy stuff coming out of his mouth. And yeah, Duke doesn't want to wait and tries to go, but Black Lightning is like, "No, you're going to get yourself killed." And then he and Katana, I believe. I God damn, I'm so terrible with names. But yeah. And they go in and they finish it off. So they go and Duke and Black Lightning have a little heart-to-heart where Duke's all, "You're not my father and you're not Batman." Black Lightning's very matter-of-factly like, "Yeah, neither are you. That's why I had to save your ass." And so, you know, they go off on their own way. And yeah, it's then Lightning and Bruce having a chat. He's like, "Hey, I don't want to do this. I don't think this is right. This is good. This is dangerous." And Bruce Wayne's like, "Nah, come on. It's your team. Make them what you want them to be." Like, "No, it's not. Why are you telling me to do this? They're not good." It's like, "Nah, I'll be better off with you. You got this." He doesn't want to do it, but Batman's like, "Yeah, come on. However you want to do it." Yeah. But Black Lightning just doesn't trust Bruce Wayne, and I can't blame him. He's a weird dude.
Yeah, Batman is definitely a shady character.
Yeah, like he really is. Like, I love him to death, but that's a weird dude. And so he goes in, he investigates the murder of the guy who was choked into lights earlier in the issue. And you're like, "Oh, why does he care about that?" Batman will reveal it when Batman wants to, which is in a couple of pages. Then Black Lightning and Katana here have their whole have a little fight, heart-to-heart talk thing. They go through, and he's pretty much asking her, "What's going on? How can I fix this?" And she boils down all the characters and their flaws into like 3 sentences. Duke is using his anger to hide his fear because apparently he had some big encounter with some villain in Detective Comics or something, I believe. Karma. I believe he encountered somebody named Karma. And that's messed him up. Cassandra is afraid of her future and hides from herself. And yeah, you need to show all of us you're committed, that you will fight with us, and if we fail, you will fail with us. And that's all he needs to hear. That's all she needs to say. Her sword talks to her. Maybe her lost lover, I believe. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
So,
I forget what it is. I think it's sentient. Yeah.
yeah, she's like whispering it for it to talk, and then it's like Tatsu. Her sword's talking to her again. That's pretty awesome. Duke's going through his whole trauma with the Karma Man, and he just like has a PTSD episode on a bike, and they freak out, and then they get a Batman call, who explains to him about what's going on and why he cares about the girl who was thrown into a gasoline truck. Which is a whole bunch of billionaires wanted to create their metahumans with something called the ARC program. They tortured them and messed them up. Batman burned that shit down, and then helped the family. Said he'd vow to help them and keep them safe. Obviously, he didn't, because he got choked in the lights and she got thrown into a truck, and so they got to track her down. And there's little information about the man hunting her, but he's not working alone. They got to find him. Black Lightning still doesn't trust Batman, even with the full disclosure, because it seems like he is probably hiding some more shit, because he wouldn't be Bruce Wayne if he wasn't hiding everything from everybody all the time. And then they keep going. She's in a subway, and she's confronted by the guy who's been following her, who says, "Call me Caliber." And this is the final page of the issue. It just kind of shows you where it's going. And it's like, yep, I'm from the future, where you're going to lead us all to safety. You're going to help with the revolution to come. Very much a Terminator thing. And that's where this is going. Right. It's insane. It's over the top. It just went from like a normal Bat Family book where they're dealing with their stuff to it's a future thing. It's Terminator now.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I like Brian Hill a lot. I'm glad he's been writing a lot more stuff, and I'm gonna pick up as much as I can of his. This is a good fun read. It's getting me back into reading Bat book. So
sweet, hell yeah, that is what's up, man.
So people have been saying that that's like a copy of Cable.
Yeah, it's like one
copy of Terminator, who's a copy of like time travel. That's everything.
Yeah.
It's in everything all the time. Like, yeah, it is. But also, it's probably more Terminator than it is Cable.
Yeah.
Sweet.
If he doesn't love Terminator.
Great stuff, Hyde. Thank you. So, on our rating scale, what would you rate this book?
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a value meal with a mixed salad shaker.
All right. If we got a value meal with a mixed salad shaker.
Yeah.
I like it. So, we'll see if the next book might be that supersize. So,
but yeah, I recommend everybody read it. It's fun. It's good fun.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Well, we do got some more awesome people joining us in the chat. Just want to shout out real quick. We got Steve Whiting. We got Comic Foo for joining us. Thank you, guys. We got my brother, Highly Comic Bro, who I was hunting around with today. We got the legend himself, the great legend. What is going on, brother? And we also have my boy, Steve Whiting. What's going on, Steve? Appreciate you for hopping in, man. Oh, Big Will just arrived as well. So thank you, Big Will. We'll keep the DC train rolling. I'm not going to dive too much into this one. I'm just going to go ahead and say that if you want to know what I thought about this, you can find me next week on Comic Head 84's channel when we have Tech Talk, when we go and dive into Detective Comics 1003, me and the Comic Bros, Comic Head 84, Jeffrey Comic Con Henson. We're getting down on one of the hottest stories in comics, and that's Detective Comics 1003. I cannot wait to tell you what I thought about this. The reveal of who Arkham Knight is in this book, and I'm gonna tell you this: it's not who you think it is, and that's the best part about it. So stay tuned next week for that. But keeping the DC train moving along, go ahead and talk about the Batman Who Laughs issue number 5 miniseries, which started to be a 6-issue series and now has been pushed to a 7-issue series. This book has been okay for me. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of other people in the comic book community have really been enjoying it and really been digging it. I don't know. There's just something about the Batman Who Laughs character to me that I'm just not that crazy about him in a sense. Like, he's just more like Joker than Batman, I guess. You know what I mean? And you may not know what I mean because it's my own head that I'm having these, thoughts and rumbling with. But we have here, in the previous issue, if I'm not mistaken, you still have the Grim Knight and the Batman Who Laughs working together, and then it seems like this universe's Batman has been infected by the Batman Who Laughs, so he's slowly becoming the Batman Who Laughs throughout the other issue and this issue. You get some brutal stuff. They take out Alfred, bro. Like he's gone. There's a lot of dialogue in this with Scott Snyder. There are some cool things that do happen. Like you have this moment right here, where he's becoming more like the Batman Who Laughs, as you see. And I guess the big reveal in this book, one of the cool reveals. So all those like kid Jokers.
Oh yeah, the Kid Robin
Jokers, yeah. So it's revealed that they're all actually different versions of James Gordon, Jim's son. So the Grim Knight reveals that to him. He's like, look at them. They all remind you of your son. So one of them starts to like attack him, and he's like trying to stop him and whatnot. And I thought it was like a kind of a cool reveal, and that's kind of like pulling back in that Black Mirror run that Snyder and Jock did. Because that was like the main thing with that,
his son,
Gordon's son and whatnot. So you get them getting taken out. It's some brutal stuff. Artwork is phenomenal with Jock. I mean, who doesn't love them some Jock artwork? And I guess the big reveal here is like eventually you have the Batman Who Laughs. He's starting to take over like the Court of Owls, and he like kind of like pushes all the owls out, and he's got like the talons, and they all just seem to be like infected now, by whatever Batman Who Laughs toxin. And then it turns out, big reveal, one of the talons is actually Bruce Wayne from, I guess, another universe. So I guess he's like the head of it. Like, so I guess in New 52 Court of Owls, it's kind of like an alternate universe where when he discovered the Court of Owls and dived more into it and whatnot, he wind up, I guess, taking over and being the leader. So you have that. And then I guess while that's going on, Batman, who's slowly becoming the Batman Who Laughs, is back at his, Batcave, and they're trying to stop some initiation of the last laugh. And then, you have your boy Alfred trying to talk him out of it. And then lo and behold, he's becoming the Batman Who Laughs. So he initiates the last laugh, and that's where the book ends. So it's, a lot of stuff going on. I know a lot of people are digging it, and it was okay. I mean, I don't want to give it a kid's meal, so I guess I'll give it a value meal, but with like a small fry and Coke.
A big kid's meal.
Or maybe it's like a... You know what it is, bro? It's like a 2 for $5. That's what this was. I felt like, it was $5. Not that I got like this crazy awesome deal, but it was like, the 2 for $5 Big Mac and 10-piece nugget. And, I'm satisfied with my meal of the night. So I guess that's what I'm going to go with on the Batman Who Laughs issue 5. And I was able to find one today because remember, I did mention last week I did not pick this up. So kind of cool.
It seems like this issue picked up a little bit in the story. There was more action
for this one. Well, yeah, there was a lot of action, but there's still a lot of dialogue in
a lot of reveal, I guess you can say.
Yeah, a lot of reveals in this, but
yeah,
it was cool.
That
art is awesome.
Interesting. That issue seems interesting to me. Just that one alone.
No, for sure. You have a lot of things happening, without a doubt. It's bouncing all over the place, and you have the Batman Who Laughs in one spot, the Grim Knight in another spot, and then this Batman, who's turning into the Batman Who Laughs. So it's a whole bunch of craziness, man. But cool stuff. Check it out. Yo, Big the Snake. Thanks for joining us, brother. And real quick, before we switch it over to Marvel, I just got to announce it one more time. 90 Miles from Comics is sponsored by Secret Society Comics in Sunrise and Gauntlet Comics in North Miami. Make sure you guys go follow them on Instagram. Go follow them on Facebook. They got everything you need. I was there today. Great stuff. You want to go check it out. And they donated 2 books that came out today, 2 hot books that came out today that will be given away later. And I'll tell you the details about that probably a little later. We'll start talking about what the details are for that. So, that being said, thank you guys for joining us once again in the chat. And let's move it on to Marvel. Did anyone read any indie?
I picked up some indies. I
didn't read any indies from last week.
No, not.
Yeah, man. Last week I couldn't find any indies
Yeah.
that I wanted, I guess, to read. We got to start trying to make that a regular thing, one way or another. You know what I mean?
Definitely. We definitely we'll squeeze it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up one this week, like not written like Dark Horse indie, but yeah, like some new thing. Just because I feel bad, I've only like my whole stack's been DC Marvel for a while now, and I got to change that.
There's been some good books, you know.
I know Marvel's really been killing it, but
yeah, they really have. They really have, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so that being said, Marvel killing it. Let's just switch over to the Marvel side of things last week. And I know there was a lot that came out last week, but there wasn't a lot on my list that came out last week. So the only books that came out Marvel-wise for me were Star Wars, Boba Fett, Old Republic, and Captain America #10. And I know Javi read Captain America, and he also read what else, Javi?
I read Age of Conan, Bailey. I also read the main storyline, Conan the Barbarian. This was a good read. It has to deal with Conan in his early days taking down a kingdom, like a desert kingdom. It's very wordy, very lore heavy, but it's awesome. Jason Aaron is definitely killing it. I just read it, just pick it up. I can't review it. There's way too much to go into. I did read Bailey as well. This was a fun read. This character is awesome, man. She's like female Conan, but like in her own little pirate ways. It's a fun read. It's definitely going to lead into, I don't know. Like reading these issues, it seems like it's a standalone thing. Hopefully they cross over Conan and Bailey. But in this issue, you just have her she's proving her worth, and she actually strikes up a deal to become, I guess you can call it, sponsored by a port city. And this port city has a whole bunch of money and gold, and they're able to, she's a pirate, but she's like, hey, if we can get this funding, then we can go kill our sea monsters. And she has like this bloodlust and this like this madness. They describe it as a madness where she has this lust to go out and hunt these sea monsters, these leviathans out in the ocean. And yeah, she's pretty much proving her worth and going out killing these sea monsters. There is some turmoil that she has to go through, and she ends up killing 2 of her friends. One of them is by accident, and the other one is in this drunken pirate duel. And you know, she wants to be captain, so what does she have to do, you know? So she ends up killing 2 of her friends, but it ties in very well. And
I gotta get on these Conan books.
Can you show us that by any chance, Javi?
Yeah, I'll show you. The art is not as hyped as the Conan art, but here you have this pirate duel that's going on, and she takes up the rope, swings to the other side, and then stabs him in the back. And then you can hear all the crew members are shouting her name. You know, they want her to be captain. They want her to take over because, you know, she's giving them this meaning of what it means to live and go out for the hunt and the thrill of just being a pirate. So the book ends up where she loses her funding. So now she has to pretty much fend for herself, but now she's captain of her own ship. So now she has her own crew. So issue number 4 is going to go into more in depth of her just being the pirate queen. I dug it. It was cool. It was a fun read.
Hell yeah. Sweet. And that was Belit
number 3.
Belit number 3.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. I guess real quick, I'll just talk about this little one shot on Boba Fett. And honestly, it's a little one shot. It's literally him just hunting down a bounty. And he winds up tracking down the bounty, this one guy. And of course, this other guy has like a partner, and the partner gets left out in the desert to die because he's dying of starvation, and you got Boba Fett just straight up tracking them. So here, that's what I'm talking about here. So you got this guy. This is the guy that Boba Fett's trying to hunt down. So
looks like a scumbag.
Yeah, right.
Some nice art in there.
Oh, the art is awesome. And then this is where he picks up his orders before that. It kind of jumps straight ahead. So that that's kind of where we are, right? So Buddy winds up losing his oxygen or losing his life because he's got no water and whatnot. And then Boba Fett finds him and he starts to zero in on the other guy. And he's like, "Yo, I gotta make sure I take the right shot." And he fires a shot and he just misses and gets Buddy in the arm. So Buddy is able to get away to this one village, and he starts hiding out. So of course we got our boy just straight up tracking him down. And what's cool is, eventually he winds up finding them. They have awesome exchange. Of course, we should always see Boba Fett just incinerate everything around him. He winds up knocking Buddy out to take him, and he's dragging him out of the town. And as he's dragging him out, this one guy is trying to stop him, and he's trying to say thank you, you saved my sister's village, or you saved her life, and you saved this village. And he goes back into the bar, to collect his bounty, whatever. And then one of the guys asks him, he's like, do you hunt bad men and murderous criminals? And he goes, no. And the last page, he goes, I hunt bounties. And then, it was a little one-shot fun story. If you're a Star Wars fan, especially if you're a Boba Fett fan. Shout out to Steve Whiting in the chat because he got me that first appearance of Boba Fett for my Star Wars collection. So yeah, man, it was a cool read. Art, awesome. Art is super sick. If I'm not mistaken, Greg Pak did the writing on it too. So it's definitely very well written as well. Cool little fun story, man. So
yeah, that last page is awesome. I might even just go buy it for that page. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I collect bounties.
Yeah, bro, and he just right at you. So I thought it was a cool book. It was a cool, fun read, man. So all right, so I guess that will take us to the last book we're talking about this week, and that will be Captain America issue number 10. All these Alex Ross covers are just awesome, man. Javi, what did you think of this book?
This book was cool. The last little bit of it was definitely really cool, inspiring in a way, and that's definitely what you want out of a Captain America
book for sure. Yeah. Before I forget, and I just want to, we're supersizing this bad boy. All right, I'm gonna say that.
I'll give you just regular value menu,
Oh, on Belit for sure. Yeah. So yeah, Cap was awesome, super inspiring as well. He's still locked up in this issue, and he's still, of course, he's still trying to right the wrong that was used in his name with the evil Steve Rogers as Captain Hydra, and I guess he's still somewhere out there too. So you got Cap still in prison, right? And he's trying to survive. I thought you got this one little cool shot of they're all eating lunch with Jack-o'-lantern there and stuff like that. You get to see some interesting villains that he's locked up with.
Yeah.
There's also there's an interesting group of guys he's playing cards with as he's locked up,
But he's saying I got to learn about these people. There's a guy like Griffin who has a mother crying for him somewhere, looking for his lost boy, and they're just giving these criminals some humanity because it's Steve Rogers,
The book did open up though, and she's one of the Daughters of Liberty, right?
That's Invisible. Yeah, that's Invisible Woman. I think she's one of the Daughters of Liberty.
Yeah, she's part of that team, right? Because that's why she's like trying to work in this. And that's the only thing I know is Miss Invisible. I was just trying to like connect her to this. That's all. When I like open that page, so it opens up with her like having this conversation with Dr. Franklin, who is known as, who is he? They mention it. Thunderbolt. That's who it is. And every time they try to refer to him as Thunderbolt, he's like, I'm not that anymore. I'm Dr. Franklin. And he like gets all mad. So she winds up like
poisoning him or something.
It seems that way, right?
Yeah, like she like sticks him with a needle or something. You know?
Yeah. And later on, like while Steve's talking to him, he just like winds up passing out, and you see like poison like rising from his body right there. So while that's happening, you have like they're all, I guess, you know, they host fights inside the jail. So you got your boy getting ready to like, you know, fight with Rogers, and like that's like the whole build up to this book. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Rogers, like in his head is like, you know, building himself up to go ahead and fight. What's his name?
Baron von Strucker.
Yes, yeah, and it's a villain I think he's had for years.
Oh yeah, he's an old Hydra head. Like Baron von Strucker's such a hilarious piece of crap villain. Like
straight Nazi, and Cap's calling him a Nazi throughout the whole issue. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. He always he's such a dick. That's awesome that they brought it back around.
But the prison he's at, so he's at the Myrmidon. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
But Baron von Strucker, he's like the warden of this prison.
Really?
Yeah. and what happened is what in the earlier Captain America issues, it's like, oh, during Secret Empire, Baron von Strucker was able to like acquire this position because of the shift in government, whatever, you know.
Yeah, well, I gotta catch up. I didn't realize that was going on.
Yeah.
It's been a great read of Cap, I think, since it's taken over.
Great.
Yeah.
I read the first couple issues, and it was good, but I just fell off. I didn't realize there was a Warden von Strucker is a thing. That's that's insane. That's crazy. I gotta see what that is.
And Chad, yes, Misty Stone. I think that's her name.
Misty Knight or Misty Stone?
Misty Knight, Invisible Woman, Spider Woman. Like they're all part of like the Daughters of Liberty. So yeah.
Oh wow. All right.
Invisible Woman's there.
Yeah, so she's part of it. All right, cool. So that's cool. So that was the connection. Because I remember in one of those early issues, like
yeah,
was part
I had to pull up the picture. Yeah.
So. All right, so you got that happening. Eventually, you know, you get, I guess he's taking out, like, I guess people before Cap even gets there, right? That's what's happening. And then you also get someone in, the warden of the prison calling in Crossbones. So you got that happening now, which, you know, there was, like, setting that up. So now you get to the big showdown, bro, and this is an awesome splash right here.
Yeah, it's great.
You know?
I think this is
that looks so awesome.
Yeah, you're about it, huh? Hi?
Yeah, no, I'm about this whole thing. Everything y'all have been telling me.
Did we just put you on this book for sure? And then it just goes down from there. We get a good old American versus Nazi battle right here.
In this electrified steel cage. Oh, bro, man.
You know, who will survive?
That's the perfect kind of dumb for me. I can't believe I've been off of this.
And
I love this.
Things are happening, and as that happens, they wind up taking our boy Thunderbolt. Oh, Thunderball. Sorry, my bad. Thunderball. Dr. Franklin, who he likes to be called because he keeps like telling everyone, no, call me Franklin. Something like something happens to him, and then all of a sudden it causes like all the power to go out.
Yeah, everywhere. I think his power goes off because like his name is Thunderball, so he probably has like
some sort of thunder power. Yeah,
powers, and he cuts off the electricity, like all the power, inside the prison, and it just goes dark, and it's in that one moment where Cap just got his like face knocked in.
Yeah, and then that's also too like where he, you know, makes his counter punch, and he says, he goes, you never know when it's gonna turn, like the fight, you know, because he's going down on it, and that's when he makes his move, and then he punches our boy Vaughn right out the cage.
Right out of the cage. There's no more electricity, so he just punches him straight out of the cage, and then he looks up, and all the prison cellmates are escaping, and he's like, "You never know when the cavalry will come."
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you got. Do you know who that is breaking through the wall, Javi?
I think that's Griffin, the guy who he was playing cards with in the beginning.
Okay. So, and that's where the book ends. But yeah, this has been cool. Just on the covers, on the Alex Ross covers alone, you should just be picking up this book.
He's like, you never know when the cavalry will come. You never know who's going to be a hero.
Yeah. And it's
that should be good.
And he's in a prison full of, you know, villains, and you got villains being heroes now. You're about it, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm all in. Like, Marvel is completely killing the game in more ways than I even knew. I don't want to have to read every single thing that's coming out, but it seems like that's the way things are going.
I know, man. Even some Doctor Strange stuff and the Daredevil stuff. Like,
yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah, man, I heard Daredevil's been good. I didn't get on that, so
yeah. I saw Doctor Strange cover of him just putting on the Galactus helmet. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's so good right now. They're just going nuts over there.
They are. So before we hop into the next part of our show, want to shout out some more fine people joining us in the chat. We got Marvel Joe joining us. What's going on, man? We also have the champ himself, Biggie Shaq. I got to strap up anytime he's here real quick. Got to throw on some gold. We also got joining us my MCE brother, Dark Mufasa. What is going on, Dark Mufasa? You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. And now we're getting to probably the best part of the day, new comic book day pickups and what you find out in the wild, man. So before we get there, I think it's that time, fellas. We're going to announce how you can win the 2 books that were donated by the channel's new sponsor, Secret Society Comics in Sunrise, Florida, and Gauntlet Comics in North Miami. Make sure you guys go follow them on Instagram and follow them on Facebook. They donated 2 new hot books that came out today. And what we're going to do to give them away after this video post, this live feed, you got to leave a comment with what your favorite new comic book day book was. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take all those comments. We're going to throw all those beautiful people in a randomizer. We're going to click randomize, and we'll announce the winner next week here live on the show. And then who knows, maybe we'll have some more books to give away next week. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and show what was donated and what we're giving away today. And I guess we'll do this in one is a DC book, one's a Marvel book. I would say they're both spec related, and I guess we'll go in order of which ones I like more. And the one I like the most, I'm saving last. So the first thing that was donated for us was a Naomi number 5. So make sure you guys, after this video post, you leave a comment with what your favorite new comic book day pickup today was below. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be this book. It just whatever your favorite of the day was. So make sure you guys do that afterwards. And most importantly, Immortal Hulk issue 17. So you,
nice.
or you in the chat can be the winner of these 2 books. We want to thank Secret Society Comics in Sunrise for donating these to the channel and for now the new sponsorship. You guys are awesome. So make sure you guys go follow them on Instagram. So after this video post, make sure you guys come back, leave a comment, make sure you hit that like button as well. Make sure you're subscribed so that way you can be entered to win these 2 books. So those are today's giveaway books.
I'd do anything you can to get your hands on any amount of Immortal Hulks at this point.
Yeah, right. It's like it's super hot right now.
Yeah, but you can't, don't let that Naomi. Don't forget about that Naomi.
Don't sleep with there's a lot of spec on this one too.
That one specifically, there's a lot of spec on that one.
Oh damn.
Yeah, there was for sure. So, all right, guys, new comic book day pickups. Let's do it. As I'm grabbing my books over here. Thank you all. Oh, we got C Woodard in the building. What's going on, C Wood? That's my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle brother. We'll be here tomorrow for Review and a Half Shell. I'm changing the name to Review and a Half Shell. Shout out to
That's a good name.
Yeah, Seth from MCE. He thought of that, so I got to give him full credit on that. But Review and the Half Shell tomorrow night, right here. We're talking Shredder in Hell, and we're talking New Comic Book Day Turtles. So, fellas. Did you pick up a lot? I see. All right, this sounds crazy, but I picked up 3 of one issue today, and I guess it was kind of by accident, kind of. I knew for sure I was gonna get 2 at my LCS, but there was like a weird printing on them, so I wound up getting 2 anyway because every book came in like that. And then when I went to another LCS, they had one that just looked normal, so I just took it, But
you got 3
what?
You got 3 what?
I'll show you when we get there. 3 of one book. It's terrible.
Be patient.
Maybe we'll give that one away another time. Who knows? Maybe I can use that one for one of my other shows. But I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked up 4 Marvel books, no DC this week outside of the Batman Who Laughs issue 5 because I didn't pick that up last week, but I reviewed that earlier. And I did pick up 1 indie book this week. And then I did pick up a couple back issue books that I'm excited to show off after we show these new ones. So, all right. We want to start with, let's go with, did anyone pick up DC?
I got a single DC title.
All right, go ahead. We'll get DC. Go ahead and do DC first. You're up first, Hyde.
What I got is Superman number 11.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I'm a few behind.
Adam Hughes variant.
Oh, nice. Adam Hughes brothers. Yeah, it's a nice variant. And yeah, no, I think I fell behind on the Superman thing, but it's fine. It's good. It's good Bendis.
Sweet.
Decent.
Superman 11. Okay, this is the Adam Hughes variant, but if you go, the art on the inside is also phenomenal.
Oh, is it? I haven't opened it up yet. Oh, it's Reese. Oh, man.
Maybe put that on you.
We still have this Rogol Zar storyline with Zod still going on. But yeah.
And there's that splash in the middle. That's one of the cooler things I've seen in a while.
Yeah, we'll it's a little teaser.
Yeah, we'll get into that because this seems pretty great.
We got Batman 71. We got Thomas on the front cover. A little Bane action on the front cover.
Could never have too much Bane.
Yeah, I thought about hopping back on that because they're getting back into that Bane storyline, but I'm going to wait to see what the people say about it.
The people say I'm great. Sorry. Sorry.
That's it for DC for me.
That's all your DC books? All right, cool. I guess we'll split it up and we'll go indie next. I got 1 indie book.
Same.
I got 2.
You got 2? Then Javi, kick it off.
You got 1?
Yeah, I got 1.
Your Knights of the Golden Sun?
That already came out like 2 weeks ago.
That's what I thought, and they put 2 more in my box.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Damn.
No comment.
No, I think it was I don't know, Chris was telling me something about Diamond being weird.
What? Diamond's weird? Since when have they ever made mistakes?
Right? All right. What'd you pick up, Hyde?
I picked up a Dark Horse. Like, it's barely indie, but yeah, it's a creator-owned thing called Last Stop on the Red Line, which seems to be like some subway train horror sci-fi thing taking place in New England. I don't know anything about it. It's just a new thing that started, and haven't picked up a good indie horror thing in a while, except for Walk Through Hell.
I think
And that only
Snake might have picked one of those up. I think he might have mentioned that earlier in the chat.
Yeah, I saw it. I put it back. I wasn't digging the interior art too much.
I didn't really take a look at it. I was just like, it's by people who I don't recognize. I just decided to make a blind indie buy because Marvel's taken up all my money.
The cover is awesome. The cover.
Yeah.
That's what obviously attracted me.
It's a real nice cover. It's too glaring and not in frame, but yeah. It's a nice cover.
666. All right. My indie book. Come on, bro. You know what I picked up, Javi. Shredder in Hell, issue number 3.
Shredder in Hell.
Definitely. All about it. I saw the other covers too, but this cover alone, I'm cool with this. Santulaku is killing it story-wise and art-wise in this book. And this is what we're talking about tomorrow on Reviewing the Half Shell. So make sure you're here. Make sure you subscribe. 90MF Comics. Turtles. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. All right, guys. Bring it to the Marvel side of things. I picked up 4 Marvel books.
Same.
Yeah. I don't know. We probably.
I picked up 5 and 6, including an older one. Yeah.
Bro. Well, you can save it. All right. Cool. You know what? All right. I'll kick it off.
Yeah.
I'll just try to. I know for a fact I'm going to show the one that I know you guys don't have. And I'm talking about this later with John's Comics with Kids. Old Man Quill, issue 5. Can't wait. We're not just talking this. We're talking Old Man Saga. Make sure you're subbed up to John's Comics with Kids because I'm talking Old Man Saga with Comic Kid 84 and Comics Misexplained. So you guys want to be there. And Javi's got his too. I guess you are on this. I didn't know that, Javi.
Yeah, I'm on this. We got Gladiator doing his thing. Old Gladiator. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. So. Fing Fang Foom. That was awesome too. All right. What about you, Hyde?
I picked up Daredevil issues 4 and 5 because I was missing the 4th issue and it was sold out. They had it on the shelf this week, so I scooped it up.
Is that a second print?
Oh no, it's first printing. First printing, and I know this one sold out, so I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, I couldn't find it. I had to read it through other means, and I was going to pick up 5 anyway, and then I saw 4 there, so I got pretty happy. I get to finish that up and get through that, and I love this series so far. Chip Zdarsky's killing it. He's so good. He's pretty underrated. He's got a few titles under his belt right now that he's just killing it, and all of them. And I think he's got a Namor series that he's about to start writing, and I'm all about that.
Oh, Namor.
Oh, Namor.
Yeah. Such a prick. So fun to read.
Next one, let's show off War of the Realms, issue number 4. Jason.
Yeah.
I think everyone, the whole table got this one.
Mm-hmm.
Show it off, guys. It's beautiful. Venom on the cover. Gotta have it. You gotta love it. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, showcasing all the villains on the cover.
Yeah. And I probably can show off this next one because I'm pretty sure you guys got this one too. Should I just do it?
Yeah.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 5.
Yo.
Oh.
You know?
Or a variant.
You got the Gamora variant. I thought about doing it, but I like this variant. I think Jeff Shaw's killing the normal covers regardless. Who did that cover?
The variant cover?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know my brother Highly, a comic bro, picked one up too. So
dude, I love me some Gamora covers.
Yeah.
I want them all.
All right. And then the last book that I picked up, I have 3 copies of it, and it was one of the books that were given away. So this is outside of the one that's being given away because I already showed you guys one. But you already know I'm super hyped on it. I love it. I really wanted 2 because I wanted one to store, one to read. But if you look here, for whatever reason, my LCS, the barcode, and it's probably really hard to tell. I don't know. It had like this fading thing on it, and it just looked weird to me. And all of them came in like that. And then when I went to another LCS, they had like a perfect one. So I was like, you know what? I'll just grab this one because if it ever does pop, because someone does come back in this, I kind of looked and the spec right, if this could be one of those issues that happen. So it might not be a bad thing to have multiple copies. And who knows, maybe I'll give one of these away on Immortal Talk on Jeffy Comic-Con Henson's channel, because I only need 2. I don't need 3.
Oh, and speaking of Immortal Hulk, this issue, look for a review by yours truly on Sequential Planet. Link in the chat, and I will be reviewing that. That should be up tomorrow on Sequential Planet.
Awesome. I will definitely be reading that. And this cover is beautiful by Alex Ross, man. He's obviously being, we got our boy Joe being chased down, and you got the Hulk on the inside there. So super, super cool. And if you guys aren't reading this, you need to read it, and you need to see the Comic Bros talk about it on Jeffy Comic-Con Henson's channel.
Yes, Biggie Shack. Biggie Shack Immortal Hulk came out today. We got Kuso in the building. Shout out to Kuso.
Yo, what up, Kuso? Welcome. Thank you for joining us, brother. All right, did you guys pick up anything else? Those are all my pickups for today outside of the back issues I'm going to show off.
I got one more, and it's more Zdarsky love with Spider-Man Live Story, issue 3. Such a beautiful cover. And yeah, again, this has been a great thing. Also, we'll be reviewing it for Sequential Planet. That should be up tomorrow. I will be busting ass tonight to get those things out. And yeah, that's such a good thing. I recommend everybody read it. Mark Bagley is one of the better Spider-Man artists. I know some people hate him.
No, he's been around forever, dude.
Yeah, and I love him. And it's always fun to see him do art on more Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
Very few people I'd love to just see on it constantly.
Awesome. That's one of the books that I really regret not picking up.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up, and I probably should have too, but I'll keep my eye out.
Just for the story alone, just not
going to the con
or anything like that.
I'm keeping my eye out at the con.
And my boy Zdarsky again. Like, he's the best.
All right.
Well, he's one of the best. Right now.
I got some back issues for today as well, man. We got some back issues. And I guess before we show them, just want to mention one more time, this episode has been brought to you by Secret Society Comics in Sunrise, Florida. And if you guys want, you make sure you come back to this video, you leave a comment on what your favorite new comic book day pickup was today. So that way you are entered to win an Immortal Hulk issue number 17 and a Naomi number 5. Brought to you by Secret Society Comics of Sunrise, Florida. So make sure you guys leave a comment after the video post so that way you can be in the drawing. Super excited to be teaming up with those guys, man. Mike's super cool dude. Thank you, man. You're awesome. And thank you to Raul Hiley Comic Roll for making that connection and taking me there, man.
Awesome.
So, yeah, man. Super excited. Beautiful store. And like I said earlier, keys, wall books that were in their back issue bins. That's all I'm gonna say. And great prices. You can't beat them. And I held some crazy keys today that I'm gonna show you guys a little later offline that you don't even understand. So, all right. So I got some back issues today. I got some big boy books. I got some Silver Age over here. I got some awesome 90s, and I got a great first appearance to show off. I'm super excited about it. So, do you guys have anything back issue or no?
I didn't back issue today.
No? All right. I'm always hunting, always trying to find the deals. And definitely when you go to 4 shops, you got to find some books, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll just start with this one right here. I mean, super beat up, but just to find any of these older Hulk stuff, I just feel like they're all super low print run anyway. But it's a low grade. But anytime that you got Doom on the cover too, and you got my boy Hulk, Incredible Hulk 143, got to hop on it. So I picked this up. Cheap.
So did they come unbagged and boarded?
Yeah, because it was a collection in the shop at Secret Society that he was trying to move for somebody, and he was actually trying to move the whole box as a whole. But I only wanted
those
3 books. Yeah, I wanted 3 books from it, so he just cut me, a thing on the 3 books. So the next one that we have, another Hulk book. Surprise! Right now Hulk is my guy. Incredible Hulk 144. Great cover with Doom and Hulk going at it. The only thing that sucks, it's got a piece of the cover missing here, but low grade, got it. Low grade's better than no grade, as we like to say. and I got it for too good of a price just to leave there. So super stoked to add this to the collection as well. Yeah, bro.
That's a great find, man. Those are awesome. Like, even if they were a little torn up, they're so cool.
Yeah,
like,
man.
That's such a cool thing
like,
to have.
Unfortunately, like the one part of the cover, it's like detached from the staple, but they're, like I said, low grade. I got them like super cheap. I got them together with this next book, and this book is probably the best book of them, and it's definitely most complete. It's still a low grade, but I'm happy to have it. And come on, bro. Incredible Hulk 105. Just iconic cover. That cover inspired that Immortal Hulk issue 1 Alex Ross cover, which you have behind me, and I should pull that
You can
out.
see right here, I believe it.
You have it?
Yeah, well, on my wall there. Can't see.
Yeah, the poster.
So as you
Just
see,
dropped the glass trying to show it off. That's what I get. That's what I get for my pride. Yeah. Committed a sin of pride, and I knocked down a glass. Didn't break, but I knocked it down.
All right, you pick it back up.
Yeah, I picked it back up.
I'm just gonna pull it out real quick.
I'm using a nice shirt to clean up.
Put them up next to each other so you guys can see.
Yeah, dude, that's
Right?
great little homage.
It's a great book to add to the collection for any Hulk fan.
Yeah.
And we all know I love me some Hulk. So oh, look at Biggie Chat. He goes, I told 90 to flex more. He did actually the other night. He was like, he actually I wish Comic Head 84 was in here, but he straight up called your boy out, but it was too funny. It was all out of good love, bro. It was all out of good love. I love me some Biggie Shaq, and I know he was just, but straight up, Kenny's been flexing some crazy heat too, man. So, all right. Between these next two books, I'm kind of torn on which one's the more big boy book in a sense, but you guys want to see the first appearance, or you guys want to see just like a super just awesome one shot? Let me ask you that. How about we ask the chat?
See that? Let's start off with the one shot and then blow everybody away with that first appearance.
All right, we'll blow everyone away with the first appearance. There we go. All right, so one shot.
Frank the Tank.
Yo, what up, Frank? Thank you,
boy.
So, all right, so this next book that I found, this is definitely near mint copy. It's got to be at least a 9.6 or 9.8 if I were to get it slab. I might just get it slab. A lot of hype around it. Donny Cates, of course, anything that he talks or mentions, it spikes up like crazy. This book has seen a crazy spike over the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely found it at a decent price. I had to hop on it, and that is Carnage Mind Bomb with that red foil, man. So shout out to Brian from Take the Time Collectibles and Phil's Comics, because I was able to find this there. So thank you, brother. Super cool book. And as a Carnage fan, come on, bro. And all the Carnage hype and spec, man, I got my Carnage right here. And I will say this. I think this was like outside of the first appearance, there's only one more like big Carnage book that it's not out of like range in price, so to speak, but it's still pretty crazy for a 90s modern age book to spend like 75 to 100 bucks on. But like that first Cosmic Carnage, that's the only one I don't have. But other than that, I feel like I have all the big Carnage books. So just a fan of our boy Cletus Cassidy. So all right.
That's an awesome book.
It is a super sick book, man. And, I love me some Carnage and some Symbiote Talk. And you can find Symbiote Talk with the Comic Bros here on 90MF Comics. So make sure you guys stay tuned next week for that, because Venom comes out next week. So we're going to review Venom right before it drops. Actually, we already did Venom, I think. We might have already talked it. So we're reviewing Tech next week. Don't listen to me. All right. Last but not least, we got a slab, people. We got a slab. And I got to shout out my brother Hialeah Comic Bro, because he's the one that hooked me up with this on a phenomenal price. Thank you, brother. I just super stoked to add this to the collection. And
I thought it was a Nerds comic.
Yeah, I'll say this. And I might be alone in this. Oh, and look at that. We got Comic Head 84 in the building. What is going on, Kenny? Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna. Actually, I feel like Kenny, bro, because he's always showing off slabs. But all right, real quick, we're just gonna go ahead and show it. Probably my favorite Robin. I'm sorry, I love him. It's the first appearance of Damian Wayne, 9.8 slabs. So super excited to add this to the collection. I do have a raw copy that I can read and have all that fun and good stuff. But now I can add it to these slabs collection. 9.8. Where you at, Comic Head 84? I know you got one of these, but I don't know what grade you got. So
that's such an awesome thing. I love that whole run on Batman so much.
He's a big Damian Wayne fan too. I believe that's his favorite Robin as well. So I know he'd be stoked for this one. So, oh, there you go. Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, he's about this book all day, son. So stunts on my 9.6. So yeah, man, super stoked. Thank you, Highly a Comic Bro. Much love for this, and much love for taking me around today, showing me to new shops that I have never been to. I was able to find some great books, and I was able to get a sponsorship for the channel. Secret Society Comics in Sunrise, guys. Make sure you guys go check them out. Gauntlet Comics in North Miami. Thank you guys. They're the ones that are sponsoring the channel now. We're gonna be teaming up. We're gonna be doing giveaways on the regular with these guys. And like I mentioned earlier, after the video post, you can be in the drawing to win an Immortal Hulk 17 and a Naomi #5, courtesy of Secret Society Comics. All you got to do is leave a comment after the video post on what was your favorite new comic book day pickup. We'll throw you guys in the randomizer, and next week we will announce who wins. So make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment so you can win these 2 books. Guys, do we have anything else going on out in your world on your YouTube channels? Fill us in, guys. Let us know what's happening.
Well, I was kind of wrong when I said I didn't buy any back issues, because I kind of did. I got a bunch of back issues in today, actually, and it's part of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be starting the Punisher show I've been talking about tomorrow, which is either going to be called Up on Castle Creek, after the band song Up on Cripple Creek. I just thought of that now. It's a good one. Or it's Punishing Time. Not sure. And that's the show in which I go through like a big thing I got of 80s and 90s Punisher, either one by one or by arc. I'm not too sure yet. But tomorrow's going to be the unboxing and my mission statement and why I love Frank Castle so much. And what I got it is in here, this giant thing right here.
Holy
It takes up my whole thing. Yeah, it's about 90 comics. And I'm going to be opening this up tomorrow on my channel, which I'm going to reach over the box.
He's going to type in right now. You guys can go follow him. Make sure you guys go sub up D-Hide. He's going to start working on giving you guys content on the regular. Make sure you go follow him.
Yes, please. And I'm so excited to talk about Punisher, because I could pretty much do that by myself. And now I get to do it in front of people with this dumb amount of comics I just bought. And we'll be going through them tomorrow and setting up what the show's going to be. Tomorrow at 9 on the Derek Hyde channel. No, you cannot see my face. It is behind this box, because this box is the show. This box is the show. And that's it. Please.
Javi, what you got going on, brother?
Oh, just the same old, you know, catching up with some comics, catching up on my reading. You can always watch us here every Wednesday, 90 Miles from Comics. Make sure, don't forget, leave a comment on this video, 5:15:19. Just leave a comment of your favorite book that came out today. You know, something nice, and we're just going to do a random giveaway on the lucky winner. 2 awesome spec books that came out today will be yours for free.
Definitely. Thank you for that, Javi. Well, as you all know, YouTube is 90. I'm all over the place. You can find me later tonight on John's Comics with Kids around 11:15 Eastern, 8:15 Pacific. We're talking Old Man Saga with Comic Head 84, Comics Mix Explained. It's going to be a ton of fun. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. You can find me tomorrow right back here reviewing the half shell. Me, the Comic Jabroni, C. Woodard. We're getting down Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, free comic book day issue, and Shredder in Hell. So you guys want to make sure you're here for that. As always, on Monday nights, you can find me on That Geek Show on MCE. Make sure you go check out them because they're doing a 9,000 subscriber giveaway. You want to go check out the video for that so you can get in on that. You can win yourself a premium format Wolverine statue, and that is a huge prize you can win. So make sure you guys go follow them and check that out. After that, you can find me on the Comic Core, Story Comic Core, as we review Y: The Last Man. Last Monday went off the rails. We didn't even talk about it, so we have a lot to talk about this coming Monday on Y: The Last Man. So you guys want to make sure you guys are there, as I'm joined with the Comic Head 84, Caleb the Comic Smurf Murphy, and the natural himself, Alec White Whale Comics. So find me on all those channels. Next week, Tech Talk on Comic Head 84's channel as we review Detective Comics 1003. So make sure you guys are there. I'm super, super excited to talk about that. And I'm excited that all of you guys joined us here for this incredible episode of 90 Miles from Comics. So thank you guys. Javi, thank you for joining us. D-Hyde, as always, it's a pleasure, man. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank Secret Society Comics for donating these two awesome books to the channel. Sponsor and the sponsorship, hooking us up. We're going to be working with them on the regular. So you guys definitely want to be subscribed to the channel so you can see what we're going to be doing more with them. And I'm sure the books are just going to get better and better from here. Trust me. So make sure you go follow Secret Society Comics on Instagram and go follow Gauntlet Comics on Instagram. The tag on Secret Society is Secret Society straight through, no lower cases, no nothing, Secret Society Comics, and Gauntlet _comics_books on Instagram. Go follow those two guys. Great local comic book shops down here in South Florida that are teaming up with 90 Miles from Comics. So you definitely want to stay tuned to see what we're going to be doing with you guys. Leave that comment below of your new favorite comic book day book so you can be in the drawing for these two. And until next week, my beautiful comic people, go get your books.
Go get your books. Have fun at MegaCon.
Peace. I'll be at MegaCon this Sunday, so keep your eye out for me. I should promote that. I will be at MegaCon this Sunday with Highly a Comic Bro, so make sure you guys look out for me. We can get together, have a beer, talk some comics. So go get your books.
Be safe, y'all.
Be easy. All right. Good stuff.
All right.
Good stuff. And we're still live, I believe, as it's taking its time to cut out.
It's time to cut out a little bit of rock around the butter. You know, like that song by those guys.
Yeah, and it's still I hit stop and it's still going.
So let's just sing Jimmy World until I guess it cuts.
Oh, there it goes.